another week of most feared in the content. It just got better. Like, it just got better. It got better, right? I mean, there's no other way to say it. The Legends this weekend, a little down. Again, is that okay? Yes, we got so many good cards this week. Let's take a look at it. It is the best team in Madden. Let's go. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? Welcome to the best team in Madden. I think it's episode 12. We go over it's a lineup update. We talk about some of the cards that come out, and I want to talk about like kind of a sad point. It upsets me. It was a change that Madden had made a couple years ago, and I really wish they never did this stuff. So make sure you hit the like. Make sure you are subscribed. Let's go. Now, as we start this. God, there's not even a camera on the screen. Who does that? This guy. I do that. With all the content that came out, right? I know the cards I'm using and I'm liking, but I want to hear from you guys as well here. Which card from Most Feared Part 2 do you like the best so far? Because there was a lot of them. There are about six to eight cards, which are like really good, right? So let me know down below. When we talk about this too, we know that Ray Lewis was one of the cards that came out, and a couple years ago EA said we don't want linebackers to be Superman anymore. Okay, so they made them basically not really animate well, and at the same time we got sub linebackers sort of put into the game to be in like any sort of not 3-4 4-3 position, right? And I feel like that's really sort of hurt Ultimate Team. Maybe not Madden, right? Maybe not Regs or something like that. But it definitely has had an impact on Ultimate Team, and I can speak to that because again, that's what we play. I really wish that wasn't the case. You know, when a linebacker would come out, you would be excited. Those old Ryan Shazier cards, right? Excited. Old Anthony Barr cards. Excited. Now, not so much. You get Anthony Barr. You get Ray Lewis to come out. And do you really care? Not really. I mean, I still have this Anthony Barr, which we pulled, right? And he would be 92 speed. Again, it's not the fastest player in the game, but at 92 speed, right? 6'5". This should be a card that you want to use. It should. All right? It should. But it's not. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I kind of wish they would sort of revert those changes and all that. You know, Ray Lewis falls in the same sort of path there as well. But let's take a look at the team here. Let's talk about what we did, why we did it, and how we're doing it. Because there were some good cards. Now, Gronk, we did not add. I thought about maybe adding Gronk because he'd be really good for depth purposes, considering all he can do with run blocking. But at this point, we didn't. We had Rodney Hudson, and we sold him for 1 million coins. After Pouncey was announced, we picked up Pouncey for under 500k. So, okay. We also had got rid of Leo Collins, limited this week. Card just didn't really play worth its value. Again, sold for over 1 million coins. We'll just use this power up version until we get there. But the big cards on offense, obviously, were Randy Moss and Brandon Marshall. Now, I'm not using these most feared chemistries or anything like that, but we look at like the stats on Randy here. 96 speed, 95 deep route running, the short and the mid, under 90 here. 6'4", we know that's Randy. A lot of what Randy does is great, but this card is slightly underwhelming for a Randy Moss card. Let's be honest, right? It kind of is, just a little bit. Is he played well? He's played well, right? I wish his route running on the low end was a little bit better because his routes don't cut as well. It's just the truth. But as a deep threat, great card. Now, this card, Brandon Marshall, and I haven't used him a lot yet, but man, do I like this card. We did throw route tech on him, and it was 3 AP, right? Why did I throw it on him? Because as my slot receiver, that's the guy I need to get open in like those really tough times, and Brandon Marshall is a tank out there. He's got the speed, all the catching. Look at the route runnings compared to Randy, right? 93 short, which is 5 more. 95 mid, which is 6 more. His deep route running is actually 3 more as well. And he's only 1 speed slower. Now I know he's a higher overall, but still, he's a tank, man. Brandon Marshall's a tank. 95 juke as well. This card is absolutely insanely good, I feel like. Maybe get me to use him a little bit more, but man, I know he's not fast as Randy. I know he's not. And I know speed is king, but that might be the best. Is probably the best receiver in the game. The biggest downside to Moss and to Marshall is their archetypes. Yeah, RG on the stream always talks about red zone threat. Sure, it's a good ability, but to me, an ability I can really only use in a certain part of the field, I don't want. You know, so still rocking Dan, still rocking Jerry. Ryzen moved down to the 4 here. Henry and Patterson still sort of carrying the load for us there. No real changes on abilities. We just had to make it work because of that 3 AP route tech. Defensively, Jessie Bates has been playing outstanding. Lawrence Taylor was a new ad. Again, we have Deion Jones, so I wasn't really trying to get Ray Lewis. Like, we don't use the linebackers anyway. JJ Watt right here. Again, I like JJ Watt, but the biggest problem with these defensive linemen is you don't know their stats. So you really have to notice their impact tremendously. And I did not notice JJ Watt's impact tremendously. Not like KGB, right? KGB I noticed. Still rocking Ronnie Lott at CB2. All that. Lawrence Taylor, again, I feel like I need more time with him. I've seen him make some impact. I've seen him do absolutely nothing. Okay? Feels a little rare. And I think a lot of times when we talk about the impact that players has, it's going to be based on the abilities we use on them. And it's going to be based on their position in whichever formation we run, right? It's just the truth. If you put a guy in a great position, they're going to play better, right? They're going to do okay with stuff like that. Let's look at the abilities here on defense, because I'm always changing defense up. So we used Mr. Big Stop in defensive rally and Lawrence Taylor. Again, because the position I play him in, he's not like the edge defender there. Sometimes he's on the tackle or the guard, right? So edge threat doesn't make a lot of sense. It just doesn't. Jessie Bates with mid-zone KO has played amazing. KGB with edge threat, again, for my defense, has played amazing. Mike Haynes with mid-zone KO. Sean Taylor with mid-zone KO. Diablo with acrobat. Our 2 users are basically Sean Taylor and Diablo. I prefer using Diablo. And then Run Stopper back on Warren Sapp, because I felt like Run Stopper was a good ability. JJ Watt didn't get it, so there was no need to do anything with it. Now, I haven't finished my weekend league, or I haven't done anything like that yet. Still a work in progress. So some of these stats and some of these cards, they're not going to fully add up. Right? Brandon Marshall, very limited use. Right? Very limited use so far. 2 games. But in those 2 games, 2 catches, 94 yards. Just say, oh, only 2 catches in 2 games? One of them was an easy quit. I don't even think he got on the ball. But the key stat here is, look at that receiving yards after catch. 77. And that's what really impressed me, was that when he caught the ball, he broke a tackle on like a slant and went the house. Super impressive. Outrunning defenders. And he looked like a giant out there as well. Again, Lawrence Taylor, I know we talked about it in the gameplay yesterday. He was in the team for a while. So he's played 9 games. But he wasn't really in the team for a lot of those games. We'll basically say this is 2 games which he's been actually on the field. And we don't see any sacks, right? That's what I mean. Like, I feel like he's been there. I've noticed him with quarterback hits. I've noticed him hitting the quarterback as the ball's coming out, being released and all that. But no actual sack yet. Again, that's fine. Randy Moss, 15 catches, 600 yards. Again, this says 9 games. It's probably not actually 9 full games. But again, receiving yards after the catch, good. Randy Moss, I do like this card. He's getting open. He's doing what I need. If you saw the gameplay yesterday, we had a 4-catch, 190-yard game before we just quit. Just gave someone the win. Jessie Bates, another card here that I've really liked. Now, when we were using the most feared chemistries on these cards, I feel like they just played worse. They reacted worse. My team reacted worse. I don't know what it was going on, but it definitely felt that way. So Jessie Bates now 33 games. And this is a lot of numbers here, right? Now, again, I'm putting him in a really, really good position here. Good amount of tackles, right? He has a sack, 6 interceptions, 1 pass deflection, 5 pick sixes out of the 6. When Jessie Bates gets his hand on the ball for me in the positions I'm putting him in, he is gone. And they're long pick sixes, 275 yards. He's returning the ball an average of almost 50 yards a pick. Pretty crazy. Ronnie Lott, another card that I want to sort of talk about. Again, since I'm playing him at corner, not safety, that makes things a little bit different here. And the reason why we want to play him there is to help get some extra, hit power block shit out there. Ronnie's playing fine. Not worth his coin amount, but interceptions is 3. He's been teabagged. It is what it is. He's not the biggest guy either, so I think that kind of hurts him a bit. But he hasn't been totally outplayed. He's been around where I need enough. Again, KGB. Oh my god, I wish I could show you his stats, but he doesn't play offensive line. I don't know why it's not fixed. It will always make me upset. Is what it is. Other card. Now, Ed Reed, I blitz him basically all the time, right? I need a free blitzer. So that's what he gets to do. Now, he's hitting the quarterback. Tackles for loss, these sacks. Even has some interceptions somehow, some way. But one thing I was hoping was, like, with the speed and hit power from him, he would maybe be forcing some fumbles. We see it's only 1, right? Which, he's only has 91 hit power. He's not the biggest guy. He's not the perfect player for what I'm putting him in the position to pass rush. His pass rush moves are kind of bad. So if he doesn't come in clean, he gets stonewalled. It's basically, you might as well have me out there, because I ain't getting in. Mike Haynes, again, we've put him in some different positions this weekend too, and I think his stats are going to be really popping and changing here. We see the sacks and interceptions. Mike Haynes has been a really good card for us. Still 5 pick sixes on 14. Pretty good, right? Right now he's in a hook, or he's in a curl flat or a hard flat and all that. A lot of times Teddy Hendricks we basically aren't using much anymore. As well, Jerry Rice, we always know that we've been using him constantly. But then Cordell Patterson and all that, and still, like, Derrick Henry. Again, I've had Derrick Henry's power up in my team forever, right? 194 games he's played in, right? 620 down, so it doesn't. He's not our workhorse, right? 1 catch, but look at these numbers still. 2 rushing fumbles. All right, so we did put the ball on the ground at some point. But still, those numbers are great. I still really like Derrick Henry's card. For what he does, he doesn't fight as much as I thought he should still. I've tried Bulldozer and Bruiser and all that on him. I don't feel like it was totally worth it, especially for the AP part when we're not using him all the time. And we'll look at Big Dan here as well. Now, some of these stats, again, I'd play kind of dumb, but it is what it is. Lots of interceptions. I try to throw the ball a lot. Whatever. But I still really like Dan. I don't think there's a perfect quarterback in the game. I know a lot of people talk about Justin Herbert's limited. From what I've seen and heard, it's not the best card. Without Gunslinger, I don't think we're gonna hit that perfect quarterback until maybe like a Blitz Master, or sometime in the Christmas Zero Chill program. So I think you can kind of basically, if you want Marino, go snag Marino and sit on him. Otherwise, pick who you like. I know Josh Allen was pretty down for a lot of people this weekend. Multiple people said that Josh Allen wasn't playing well for him. Maybe they use Zach Wilson instead if you want to be a cheaper option. Again, Zach Wilson's fine. If you don't want to spend a lot of coins, go snag Zach Wilson, put Gunslinger on him. He plays fine. But otherwise, this is the team. Again, Gronk, Ray Lewis, we didn't add. Anthony Barr is just sitting in our binder. Maybe we'll put all these guys together, but just imagine what is coming in the final part of this as well, right? That's what has me excited of like, man, what are we going to get? They just blew our doors off. Where do we go from here? I don't know, but I'm excited to see it. Let me know who you love from the promo. Again, low cards, Batonio, Calvin Ridley, Joey Bosa, all those guys we're going to be putting on the no money spent team and trying them out and seeing. I feel like they look really, really good, especially for their cost if you're doing these sets or you're playing house rules or whatever it is. So lots of great content. Love it. Excited for more. Catch you guys next time. Enjoy your Sunday and good luck to everyone but the Dolphins. And I'm out. Peace.